Alright, everything for me must be about some ever possible TV GH. In the point, so and then the can when you channel so YouTube and say maybe so about the no share video, no share, no like, or comment, or subscribe, we no share content, no. And that's why I recommend the channel. No, I'm only using your videos in the area. Me, I did media on channel, meeting Eddie Francis aka possible. The candidate here for my on someone HW or mine Ghana when I bring a doom square or you can be about so. Me no can say audio back we add drop. And start Ed say me uncle things audio.
Randy, that said, remember that the D in the NDC represents democratic. Really? And so consistent with what we have done is to encourage as many people, as it were, to put in their bid anytime any of the positions in the party become vacant. And so, for our party, encouraging people to take up leadership position is something that we've never run away from. But that said, Randy, where we find ourselves, I must say, we are at the battlefield or battlefront. There's a popular saying now that you need to follow who knows road. If we need to go by this, then it is quite clear that the only person today that has the capacity, that has what it takes to unsettle and get victory for the NDC in the 2024 election is no other person but H.E. John Dramani Mahama. And I make this point because regardless of how you see it, the NPP going into the 2024 election are going to go into that election with a huge war chest, albeit ill-gotten. They are going to go into the election with a mindset to win and break the 8. We have decided that we will stop them from breaking the 8. And the only way to do that is not to approach the 2024 election as an experiment, but to go into that election with all the seriousness, with all the resources, all the human resource available to the NDC. Nothing short of that would help our cause relative to the next election. And like the 2024 is going to show, of all the candidates, be it from the NPP side, there's no one that has the experience of a presidential or appearance on the presidential ballot, save H.E. John Dramani Mahama. And so he comes on board with enormous experience, enormous appreciation of the dynamics of our election processes. And so, with respect to all other persons who have decided to help the party raise funds, because remember that each person is paying 500,000 Ghana cedis when they submit their nomination form. So we are encouraged that as an opposition party, we will get the opportunity to raise, at least if 4 of them, 500,000 times 4, we'll be getting like 2 million Ghana cedis, just like that. And so on that basis, I would encourage possibly more, so we can raise more money for the purposes of helping the party. But H.E. John Dramani Mahama is the presumptive flag bearer for the party. My prayer and my wish initially was that we would have built a certain consensus and not even go through this, possible challenges with parliamentary primaries, but we'll possibly do an acclamation, just as we did in 2012. But people have all these, have their constitutional rights to contest for any position in the party. And I have enormous respect for the people who have so far shown face. Dr. Kwabena Dufo, my senior brother, Kojo Bonsu, and the third person that I don't know. But that said, I'm very confident that we'll go through the motion, we'll come out successfully, we would put everybody, rally everybody around. In fact, yesterday something significant happened, and I need to say that the person who picked the nomination form for H.E. John Dramani Mahama is no other person but the respected Professor Joshua Alabi. Incidentally, the last time in 2019, he contested H.E. John Dramani Mahama for the flag bearership. If today, in his superior wisdom, he comes on board, the optics for me is great. And that also tells us that in our internal politicking, we ought to be very careful, so that tomorrow, when it becomes necessary for some of these strategic moves, we do not have to go back looking at exactly what to do or what not to do. I'm particularly encouraged by that posture, and I'm very confident that with the support of the rank and file of our party, we'll do what is needful. I am always encouraged by the words of Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah when he said that nothing great has ever been done without the support of the Almighty God. I believe that with the support of God, with the mandate of the people of this country, we should have H.E. John Dramani Mahama coming back to the presidency as the President of the Republic of Ghana. Consistent with what Professor Joshua Alabi said, the country today is at its lowest point that you can imagine. Today, Mr. Akufo-Addo, by his misleadership, has destroyed public confidence in our democratic process. Today, you meet ordinary people on the streets, and the level of despondency, the frustration on the streets, the fact of the Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration destroying living conditions, destroying livelihoods, is unprecedented. We have never seen this low in our governance system than what the wasteful, reckless and corrupt Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration. We have never seen this low. In fact, if you look at all the Afrobarometer reports, consistently, Ghanaians do not even know the direction that this country is going. This is not what Akufo-Addo in 2016 promised. I recall vividly his inaugural address, albeit highly plagiarized, where he makes the point that he is going to protect the public purse. Today, the scorecard is that we have seen in 6 years the most wasteful administration since 1992. Today, the scorecard is that petrol that we used to buy the entire gallon for 14, 15 cedis, today we are buying a liter beer bottle for almost 13 cedis. This is not what Mr. Akufo-Addo promised. When Mr. Akufo-Addo promised, and there is an insert that you played not long ago, that he is going to ensure that we manage the public purse of this republic, and not only that, ensure that he will manage the public debt of this republic. He has taken our public debt from 122 billion Ghana cedis by December 2016 to a record 575 per the Bank of Ghana report for November 2022. Today, inflation is in the region of almost 53%. We have never seen this kind of misleadership before. In fact, the whole country is on autopilot. So there is a growing cry on the streets, homes, that H.E. John Dramani Mahama must return. And it is our belief that with the support and the mandate of the people of this country, that reality will happen. I have no doubt in my mind that December 2024 is going to be Ghana's second Independence Day. This time round, not independence from the British colonialists, but independence from Akufo-Addo and the people that he had come, the marauding invaders who have invaded our public purse and taken it away. It is a very sad situation in this country. I, for my life, never thought that we would get to this point. And it is on the basis of this that once again, I want to encourage the young people of this country, persons who are going to turn 18 by 2024, that they should come on board, that they should rally around the umbrella so we can collectively move this incompetent invaders out of the Jubilee House.